So good morning, everybody. It's 7:30 Eastern Time. It's 1:30 in Amsterdam. And I'm just looking here at OXBR. I had a big move yesterday. Or was it in post-market? Yeah, it was here right on the verge of post-market here, announcing that there was a new investor interested in this, not interested in, really invested in it also. And that investor was Custodian Ventures, 10% ownership. And so this is what happened. Just after market closed yesterday. Big move up here, OXBR. And then people reading into the news and thinking, or taking profit and thinking, okay, well, not interesting at all. And now they're waking up here again at 7 o'clock. And then at 7 o'clock, you know that by now there was a lot of trade platforms are opening right here. And then you got this. So this is normally what's going on if news like this, okay, they have a new owner and that's only for 10%. So, well, big deal. Why would the stock go up $2 on that? Nobody knows really, but okay. And then this happens a lot of times. So everybody thinking buy. And then this is happening. And then all of a sudden, people waking up here now at, which is what I said, 7 o'clock. And reading the same news, I think. And goes up all the way again to this $550 mark. Even a little bit higher now, 566. And now it's just people now are thinking, okay, what was the news again? At least that's what I'm thinking. Or not, but if you want, then you can play the pre-market breakout here. If you watched this yesterday, then you could have noticed that I was a bit strong on these pre-market breaks, and we adjusted the level even on one of them. I don't know exactly which one that was, but I know that we traded it, and we traded it yesterday, and I talked about it in the pre-market in the early bird show this morning. So if you want to trade this breakout, then please be my guest. Anything above 565 will be okay. If you trade breakout, and then there are two ways. What happened yesterday here is something like this. So something like this candle. I'm looking at 15 minutes now, but that assumes that it's the 1 minute, and something like this happened. And I got a question in my email when somebody said, okay, I thought that you needed confirmation on this one, but I got my confirmation earlier in the game. So it's just going off here, so to the moon, like they say. And you can get in here if you want to, but that's a scary move, and you're more or less chasing it. So what I want to see is that if it gets above this level, then there's some confirmation that this resistance turns into support. So if it bounces all the way up here, then sometimes you get this pullback because it's overextended. So let's assume that this is the 1 minute that we're looking at right now. So on a 1 minute, what you see here, this is a 1 minute chart, and you get this big bump up here. So this was the post-market close for 59 and then all the way up to 508 in 1 minute. So that's a 60-cent move, a 40-cent move in 1 minute. And what you see here, this green line, which is a 9 moving average, this one, the 9 moving average, it's overextended. So in the end, it always wants to be around that 9 moving average on 1 minute. So it's overextended here. So overextended, 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 overextended. And now here it's just trying to kiss the 9 EMA, but did not, just a little bit, and there's the first kiss. So after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes, it touches base here on the 9 EMA. The stock is then up from this point on 460 all the way up to 526. Yes. So now we're going to look at here this breakout trade that you have here. So I'm going to draw a 9 moving average for you. Don't laugh at me. So watch this. So is that beautiful or is that beautiful? So this is the 9 EMA now, still. So this moves a little bit too much and so it's not aligned, but you get a picture, I hope. And then if something like this happens here, like this, then and then your next candle here is this. The next candle here is looking something like this. And you see that there is a room of 25 cents between the 9 EMA here and this next candle. So it's something like this. So big move up, and then this is the second candle after the big move up. This is not a new high here, so you have to be careful. But this low is higher than this low, so there is a lower high. Sorry, a higher low here. But at the same time, this high is lower than this high, so this is a lower high. So it's just a bit in the middle, deciding what to do. And it's overextended to the 9 EMA here. So there's room here from 534 to 518-ish. This room here. And you know that eventually on the 1 minute, this one will always go back to the 9 EMA on the 1 minute. So this area here, this complete area here is now the overextension. So, and if something like that happens on a move like this, so these lines are now exactly the same. They move a lot. So 9 EMA moves, of course, because it counts the last 9 candles, and then there is the average of the last 9 candles. So And that's why this one moves a lot. So let's assume that this 9 EMA is the 1 minute 9 EMA. It just moves up like this, just something that we saw here. On this move, moves up like this. And then what you want to see here is when it breaks here, then you have two choices. You can be brave and say, okay, I'm going to get in here just under that and I want to break. And then you're in and you play it to the upside. That's something that you can do. You can also wait, it breaks, and then you wait for the confirmation that this resistance is now support, because the overextension that you have here, you don't want, after it just bumps up here, you don't want something like this to happen, because then you are in a losing game. So in order to provide for that, then you want to see that the resistance here will turn into support. And if resistance turns into support, that's a real strong sign. So you're buying this here in overextension, and then you want a confirmation here that this is now support. I hope that makes sense for everybody. And if you have a question about that, then just email me or DM me on my Twitter or whatever, and I can help you out. So this is OXBR, and that's how you can trade a breakout. Yesterday, not yesterday, but this morning we talked about OSAT, OSAT. No, we did not talk about OSAT. I wondered what was the thing that went into a halt all the time, and it was OSAT. So this is a stock with a real low float, so not a lot of there's not a lot of shares for this one. So the float is the number of shares that are available. But if you want to trade those halts, then you really have to be aware. But OSAT was the one, if you are watching this morning, that was in this halt section for a few hours even, I think. So these are my favorites, the watch list from this morning, and I'm just going to take a quick look now if something has changed here. Lisa Terry, there. Okay, Lisa, let's do there. Before we do anything, let's do there. Always look first at the daily, and we looked at there here at 221, and even here at this point. So this was in February. Well, those two lines are now no longer levels of any importance. So, this is not looking pretty. But what you want to see here is this double bottom, and I think that you saw this also, Lisa. 154 and 154 ish. You want to see this double bottom here. It's a small stock, so small. Okay, that's the dog. niet doen. Raya, niet doen. So this is the double bottom, and with the small stocks, not on other stocks, you want to see something like this, and then bounce here, and then wait it, just bear with me. Bounce here, and then your next one to the upside should look like this or something. So then you can get in here if you want to, or if you are real confident, which you can be with a double bottom on a normal stock. Then you can just set your limit order here on 155 and get in here, if that's your kind of play. But on the smaller stocks, you really have to be careful that they really can get up again. So now it's just above this 161, so it's just a 6-cent drop, which is fair enough. You also can play it like this. So this blue and white line are now opening and close. So pre-market opening and post-market close. So what you can do also here is say, okay, this is my support here. And if this is your support, then you can say, okay, I don't want to see this one dropping any lower than this 154 level. So then this 158 here now is support. And this, if it gets under this 54, sorry, then you're out. Well, what you normally do then is that you say, okay, my out is then well, here at 152-ish, for example. So you stopped out here. If it gets under 154, if it hits 152, then your play is over. So now this is a 6-cent play that you have here. If you want to have a 6-cent play, then what you at least want to do is make 3 times that amount. So this is 160, the 6% play is 80 cents. So you want this one to move all the way up to 184. Because of the scale, that looks like yeah, right there. Yeah, 184-ish. So this is the play that you want to make. And now if you look at this, then you see a problem here now arising, because this is now on a daily. You have a level here 152, and you have a level here at 170, and you want to go to 184, because that's what you need to make in order to be profitable. If you're playing this, you have to imagine it's like the following. If you play this one 100 times, then this play like this only works maybe 10 times out of 25 or something. So you need to have some gains here. So if you play this 100 times and you win 50 times and you lose 50 times, that's easy. So 50% win rate. And you want to be on a 1 to 3 profit loss bet. Otherwise, you won't be profitable at the end of the month. So I'm seeing a lot of troubles here, Lisa, if you want to play this all the way to the top. So I would not do that. I rather would look at the breakout play that we just discussed on, what was it? Which OXBR, this one. Also a small stock, smaller stock. And this is as clear cut as you can get it. If it breaks this 565, then you're playing the breakout with or without confirmation. That depends on the play that you want to make. But people still believe in this stock, obviously. Pre-market is still open for 1.5 hours, and so this price here can be higher than this. So if in pre-market something like this happens here, and then this is your pre-market price, and then this will be your breakout price. So it's trying to get there now one more time at 566. So beware if you're going to play this, that you play the high of the pre-markets. Let's have a quick look at the watch list. If something was, there's something changed there compared to what we talked about this morning during our early bird show. So Bank of America. Just touch this line here. This was exactly the level that we determined. So this is what you want to see now. This is confirmation that this 3860 level might be the right level. So it bounces here and then play to the upside. VLDR, nothing moving there. NEO, also waiting for it to find support here on this 44 level and then go back to the upside. Marin. Okay, look, Marin is had its bump at 7 o'clock. This level here was a 9 moving average level. So now there are 2 significant levels here if you want to play this one. So it could be nice. So this 15 level is a 9 EMA, this one. So this is just a note to myself. Sometimes I don't know if I'm in a trade, then I don't know what some of the lines are, and sometimes I'm just thinking, okay, I'm gonna get rid of them. But now I know this 9 EMA is also a level on a daily. The 50 is a much stronger level, of course, but 9 EMA is still a level here. And so I can play it now into this level. If it breaks that, and I have a 40-cent move upwards, and then I can play the breakout, also the pre-market high breakout. So maybe something nice to play with. This is still 1424, 1473 are the levels here. RLX 750-ish, yeah, well, just dipped under there a little bit. So let's say 751, 776 are the levels. HNP, nothing changed here. So these levels are still in place here. 1392 and 1436. SIM. This is just, if it stays between those 2 levels, then you still can really nicely trade them even on a day. So this is normally what we call chop. So you have to trade it on price action, but these levels might just be something that you want to keep your eyes on and trade them accordingly. STLA. Will this happen or will it not? The levels are 1882 and 1938 and 1969. On ENVH, I want to see something like this happening, but no volume now, so nothing to say about this one. No volume on iTip, so the levels are still the same here, 581. And your next level is 593, and then there's a break possibility all the way to 677. And then LU, be careful with this one. I only want to buy this one in strength, so I have to wait for a little while, but so I don't know if I'm gonna play this one. So this is our 7:30 show, everybody. I hope that you liked this, and if you did, please hit that like. That's just nice for me. Nice for me to know if people like this more intimate group also, where I do a lot more explaining in technicals. And so if you like that, then please do. If you're gonna trade today, trade your own strategies. Don't listen to me or anybody else. Have a nice trading day. I will be back tomorrow, and tomorrow is at 7:30. No, at 4 a.m. Sorry, and then after that at 7:30 Eastern time. So thanks for watching and take care.